so I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
With the announcement of the AC4 remake being titled Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, there are heavy rumors or leaks that the next Assassin's Creed remake is going to go all the way back to Assassin's Creed 1. While the general fan base has some very mixed opinions upon the original game, I want to come at this from someone who's been investing maybe a little bit too much time in the original, just trying to understand what the game was trying to be versus what I wanted it to be. And as I've done that, I've come to appreciate the game a lot more, and now it being kind of a middle of a series for me has pretty much at least become within my top 5, all of the top 5 being part of the Desmond saga. So after watching that Black Flag Resynced and actually keeping up with the news, I actually think an Assassin's Creed 1 remake is possible. But the thing is, I think there has to be very little compromises going into it. Even less compromises than the Black Flag Resynced. Because it's going to be a lot harder to translate that open world system into Assassin's Creed 1 when it wasn't that. And so, I want to throw in my 2 cents here.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true.
Everything is permitted.
Firstly, don't touch the story or remove the modern day. The Desmond sections are essential to the story, and Altair's story gains greater meaning when it's mixed with Desmond. I get the original game can get repetitive at times, but I argue a lot of it, or most of it, was by design. It was intentional. It was meant to put you into the mindset of being a blade in the crowd and investigating your targets before the main assassination. Even after the investigations themselves, you can read into it and pause the game. The game gives you the tools to make the game better for yourself. And if there were improvements to offset this repetitive feeling, just create target unique investigations, similar to what Mirage did, then just polish up the general presentation. Secondly, don't turn it into an open world. Assassin's Creed 1 at its core is a linear, narrative-driven experience that should be preserved. While there are aspects of exploration in the original game, it never crosses a point where optional side stories, collectibles, while it sounds good in theory, it just stretches it out unnecessarily and keeps it unfocused. Assassin's Creed 1 was designed more as an open hub rather than an open world. All optional objectives are there to aid the main mission as previously stated. Whether that's investigating to learn more about your target and plan out your assassination, saving citizens to bring in vigilantes that will slow guards down to help you escape, its simplicity is its greatest strength. Parkour needs to evolve. Shadow's system works well enough for Black Flag because it's a pretty open system, but AC1 being primarily an urban environment needs to have mechanics that enhance the gameplay to at a bare minimum to what the original systems allowed for. Preferably take some inspiration from the parkour mod with added control that allows for player expression. For transparency, I have not played any of the Shadow parkour updates since May of last year, just because I lost interest in that game specifically. So I can't speak to the nuances that comes with that system, but from what I've seen and from what other content creators have said, it's a huge step up from what was in the base game, even if it's more restrictive than what we had in the past. Continue to give us older mechanics packs like cancels and consistent freeform jumps that'll open up so many more options. Combat. Black Flag Resynced is a fine compromise between the classic systems and the new systems. Preferably lean into Noway's glass cannon approach to encourage players to keep stealth. When it comes to AC combat, I'm generally open to it, so I enjoy both styles of combat for what they're attempting to do. Maybe not Odyssey, because that game is just horrible. In regards to stealth and social stealth, it's tricky because Assassin's Creed 1's social stealth is pretty unique to anything outside of it, but I think the best way to approach it is to keep the main idea of eyes are always on you with the detection meter. Implement the crowd blending mechanic from AC2. Traditional stealth elements like shadows is fine as it allows players to have more options to tackle missions. So modern mechanics like crouches and the shadow hiding spots are all fine, but still allow the level design to gear more towards social stealth with having traditional stealth as an option. The general HUD or aesthetics. While it's not as important and would likely conform to the modern look, I do think that Assassin's Creed 1 has a specific look that is pretty distinct from any other game in the series that only Bloodlines was able to recreate to any extent. So color filters and greeting, the Animus glitches, the Animus HUD, are all things that remind you that you're not just playing some historical fiction, but you're in a machine with an alternate purpose. While I get there are a large number of people who don't care for it or even dislike it.
Whether or not any of that's going to come true, that's up for the future to decide. But for now, this is what I would like in an Assassin's Creed 1 remake, if that's actually going to be a thing. Because Assassin's Creed 1 is such a unique game at the end of the day that I feel like it needs to be treated with respect. Because the original has such a unique vision that you need people who are passionate about the original game and not trying to conform it into something it wasn't trying to be. Otherwise, what is the point of remaking it? Besides just, appealing to the lowest common denominator and trying to cash in on anything. Yes, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for watching this video. And yes, I did get into an Altair cosplay for this video because I wanted to make it look nice. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like on the video. It does support the channel. We are growing. And so I want to thank you all for helping me grow as much as we have within the past however long it's been. And so I'm going to try to keep up these monthly videos. I'm not sure. We'll see how long that lasts, but I just moved into a new spot, so hopefully it'll be a lot more consistent than I have already been doing. So I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting lately, and I will talk to you all in the next video.